How much did my husband used to love me? Seriously, the guy proposed like 99 times just to get me to say yes. It wasn't until the 100th time that I finally cracked that I became the envy of everyone in Chicago as Mrs. Frank. On our wedding day, I gave him 99, get out of the Doghouse Cards. We agreed that as long as those cards weren't all used up, I'd stick around. 5 years into our marriage, every time he ran off to be with his precious Emily, he'd use one up when he was down. To card number 97, Frank suddenly realized I was changing. I stopped with the crying, the begging for him to stay. I just quietly asked him, when he was losing it over his ditzy secretary, if you go be with her, can I use a card? He blinked, a rare moment of guilt flashing across his face. Sure, whatever, you've only used like 60-something. Knock yourself out. I just nodded, letting him go. What he didn't know was that it was actually his 97th card, and we only had 2 left. 5 years in, and Frank and I still didn't have any kids. Tonight was the celebration for Frank Industries landing that downtown project. It was also the 9th day of us trying to get pregnant, as we had planned, but when Frank's little airhead secretary knocked over the champagne tower, drenching the client, his first move was to shield her. Then, without hesitation, he pointed at me. Ashley, apologize to Mr. Thompson. I froze, totally stunned. The client frowned, pointing angrily at Jessica. Mr. Frank, this young lady is the one who made the mistake. I want her to apologize. Jessica's eyes welled up. She tugged at Frank's sleeve like she was about to cry. Frank patted her hand gently, then completely ignored everyone else and looked at me. What are you waiting for? Go toast Mr. Thompson and apologize. 1 drink isn't enough, make it 2. If 2 isn't enough, make it 3. You need to make sure he isn't angry. He forgot that we were trying for a baby. Or maybe he just didn't care. People started whispering, giving me these pitying looks. Everyone knew it wasn't my fault. Everyone could see that Frank was dead set on protecting Jessica. I wanted to say no, but Frank seemed to anticipate it, mouthing something to me. Doghouse card.